Humans can truly survive without acknowledging God. But can humans explain purpose, morality, existence, and eternity without God? Hi guys, I'm Success Joseph here, correcting biblical misconceptions. So today we'll be talking about, can humans do without God, or are we nothing without Him? Drop your answers in the comment section. Now let's dive in. Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 reaffirms that God created us in His own image and likeness. So it means that in God creating us as humans, we have value because God created us in His image. That means God created us with value, with what we can exist in, our intelligence, in our knowledge, in our creativity, etc. Because we were created in the image of God. Biblically, humans are not nothing because God created us in His own image. Genesis 1:27, meaning that in God creating us in His own image, we have dignity, we have creativity, we have intelligence, we have emotions, because God created us in His own image. So in Him creating us in His own image, we are not nothing by that, because we are created in His image, and being created in His image alone made us enriched with knowledge, with intelligence, with creativity, with emotions. The Bible also teaches that our existence and our completeness ultimately comes from God, because He is the one that created us. So whether you are acknowledging God deliberately or intentionally, rather, you have to understand that you living, being as a human, it's you being, because God created you. So whether you are not intentionally acknowledging God, you are living that life because God created you. I don't know if you understand, in His image, in His likeness, meaning in you, the intelligence you see, the emotions, the dignity, creativity that is in you is as a result of a source that created you. You didn't create yourself, obviously. So a source created you. Acts 17:28 says, in Him we live, in Him we move, in Him we have our being. This means that even if someone do not intentionally or deliberately acknowledge God, their life still ultimately depends on the source that gave life, in quotes, God. Now, intellectually speaking, people can obviously survive without following God. I mean, we see in our day-to-day world how people who do not deliberately or who do not identify themselves as followers of God, we see them succeed in business, in families, in life. We see them in innovative activities. We see them creating things. And these are people who do not per se follow God or acknowledge His ways. So intellectually speaking, humans can obviously function without God. We can think, we can create, we can work, they can build systems and still survive biologically, irrespective of the fact whether they are following God. Like I said previously, we see people who are non-followers of God, we see them consistently build systems, create innovations, enhance civilizations. Majority of the things that we use, technology and all of that, they come to people who do not per se follow God. So yes, humans can survive without following God. Humans can create, they can even succeed, they can do things that in our world we can say they are mighty, they are mind-blowing, even without being followers of God. Do you understand? So intellectually speaking, yes, humans can do without God. Humans can survive without God. They can think, they can create, they can succeed in business, in family, in creating innovation, can be able to survive biologically, either as a man or as a woman, biologically, without God per se, without being followers of God per se. But now the bigger question that we should be asking, now that we have come to the terms that yes, humans can exist, they can thrive, they can succeed in businesses, in creating inventions, building systems, in their marriage, in their families, they can, yes, succeed without consciously being followers of God. We have admitted that yes, they can. But the deeper question we should be asking is, can human truly find morality, consciousness, purpose, eternity, the transcendence of human life without God? That is the bigger question, and that is the deeper question. Can they truly find morality? Can they truly find consciousness? Can they truly find meaning? Can they truly find purpose? Can they truly find eternity? Can they truly find the human hunger for transcendence without God? So this brings us to a balanced conclusion that humans are not worthless without God, but we are obviously incomplete without Him. I don't know if that's sync. Humans are not worthless without God. Because why are we not worthless? Because God created us in His own image. When we say God created us in His image, meaning His creativity, His intelligence, emotions, created us with them. So if you're saying humans are worthless, you are trying to say the image of God is worthless. Do you understand? So it is not in human itself, it is the source of life behind the human. So human can be able to, are not worthless without God. They can survive without God. But the biggest truth and the deepest truth is that we are ultimately incomplete without Him. We can exist without acknowledging God. We can be able to survive without acknowledging God. But we cannot reach the fullness of spiritual life and internal purpose without God.